Hi everyone, I want to talk to you about hand washing real quick. Not just hand washing, but hand sanitizer. So let me explain something. Viruses are super tiny, and that means if you don't wash your hands properly, even if you leave just a little spot, you have potentially thousands of viruses or bacteria that could potentially harm you. So when we talk about hand washing, you need to get all the surfaces. So let me try to break it down for you, okay? I do it in two steps. First of all, you really shouldn't touch the faucet. You should really use a paper towel to touch the faucet if you're able to, because there's a lot of germs on the faucet, especially out in public areas. The second thing is I turn on the faucet with a paper towel, and then I wet my hands, and then I grab my soap. Now, if I have one of those pump soaps, well, you know that when I wash my hands, it makes it harder for anything that's on that pump to stay on my hands. So that's why I wet my hands first, grab some soap, and then I lather up, okay? Then the whole hand washing experience should be about 40 to 60 seconds. That means from the moment that you really turn on that faucet to when you turn off the faucet. In the whole process, you need at least 20 seconds of friction, actual friction. So if you hand wash this way, a lot of my students are always surprised. They're like, oh my goodness, I didn't realize I wasn't washing my hands properly. So I turn on the faucet, I wet my hands, I grab some soap, I lather it up. Then we start with our wrist. If you do this motion 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then you do the other one 5 times, and then I do my palms together 5 times. And then I do the back of my hands, also getting in between my fingers 5 times, 3, 4, 5, and then I do the other hand 3, 4, 5. I flip it and I do the innards again of my palms and my fingers, okay? And I do that motion 5 times. That's kind of the first half of the hand washing. The second half is you want to get this kind of your knuckles in between your fingers, and then you want to reverse that. And you kind of make this motion like a chicken motion. And then you take your thumb and you wash your thumb. Try not to fling this hand, okay, because you'll be flinging water and germs. Kind of hold that still like a motorcycle. And then the other hand, okay, 5 times. And then my nails. And I scratch all the surfaces, including my thumb. I make like a rotation, and then I do the other side, okay? So just a review. I get my paper towel, turn on the faucet, wet my hands, grab some soap, lather up. Get my wrist, get my palms, get the back of my hands in between my fingers. I flip it, get the innards. And then I do this, which makes a chicken kind of motion. And we at the school say chicken thumbnail. I know chickens don't have thumbnails, but if they did, it'd be an easy way to remember it. But this makes you do the chicken motion. And then the thumb. And then all the nails. Once you get done, then you rinse your hands and you try not to flick. And then you're going to grab your paper towel, dry off. If you need more paper towel, feel free to do it. Then use that paper towel to turn off the faucet. And then you've washed your hands. You've gotten all the surfaces. So hand sanitizer. I've been guilty of it myself. I grab my hand sanitizer and I kind of do this and I'm on my way. Well, believe me, if you don't get all the surfaces, then it's not working everywhere on your hands. So you do the same motion with hand sanitizer. I grab my hand sanitizer. Now it's going to evaporate, so I don't do each one 5 times. You only need 10 seconds of friction with a hand sanitizer hand rub, okay? So each of those motions maybe twice. So I grab my hand sanitizer, I lather it up real quick, get some on my wrist, on my palms, on the back of my hands. Go ahead and flip that, and then I do that chicken a couple times, thumbs a couple times, all my nails, and then I wait for it to dry before I start whatever task it is I'm doing, okay? If it's not dry, it hasn't actually killed the stuff yet. Now, with hand sanitizer, I don't hate hand sanitizer, but remember, you're killing the germs. And so when you use hand sanitizer, you're also killing microorganisms that are on your hand that are good for you. They're supposed to be there. In hand washing, you're literally just washing away the germs. You're not killing them, you're just washing away the germs. The stuff that normally is on our skin, it's extremely sticky. It does not wash away with hand washing. Those things stay there, keep our skin healthy, keep us healthy, keep a balance, okay? So, hand washing is definitely preferred. Anytime you have the opportunity to hand wash, you should always hand wash over doing the hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer should only be used when you're unable to wash your hands, okay? The other thing about hand sanitizer is you can read right on the label, effective against blank blank percent. What does that mean? It means it's not 100% effective against all microorganisms. So, in the case of a pretty common bacterial infection known as Clostridium difficile, everyone knows it as C. diff, gives you extreme diarrhea. In the event in that, those bacteria do not respond to hand sanitizer. That's just one example. You have to wash your hands for that to go away. Imagine if I stuck my hands in something really nasty, like a bowel movement, as I was cleaning up one of my residents. I wouldn't just go and grab a hand sanitizer and spread it around. Ugh, right? I would wash my hands. And the same thing with viruses and bacteria. When you use hand sanitizer, you have to get all those surfaces, you have to let it dry. I hope this video helps. God bless.